Hello guys, this is Cloud Kitsune. So anyway, this is a video I've been meaning to do since what was it? Sometime early September, or not early September, early October, late September. But I kept putting it back because basically stuff kept happening. So it's like, oh cool, so I can like add on to this subject matter that I'm about to talk about, because it just keeps getting worse. October has not been my month this year, which is unfortunate because I love October. I love Halloween month. It's my favorite time of the month, time of the year. But that aside, basically, you will get like subject matters here and there through the episodes I have currently posted up on YouTube, as well as the ones that, excuse me, I am burpy today. Ones that I haven't posted up yet. They're scheduled to release, but it won't be for a couple more days. I have up until I think October 27th. No, I don't. Hold on. I have it. Let me just open this real quick. I'm so unprofessional. But I have up until I think 20. Okay. Yeah, I have up until October 20th. I skipped the 21st because I planned to do a episode of Final Fantasy VIII and slip it in between there. And then I do have October 22nd up until the 27th filled in. So there's going to be an episode every day this month up until that point. The only reason why I haven't done anything more since is because stuff has happened, and I was kind of debating whether I should keep going until after I get stuff taken care of. So, for example, the first thing that went down, which I'm sure has already been mentioned, I believe, in one of my previous episodes, I got picked for jury duty. So, I'm one of the grand jurors. I'm going to be that way until the 27th of this month. So, the end of October, I will be free from that. But in the meantime, I am not. Because I'm actually making this video on the 12th, but I might post this up on the 13th. I don't know. Depends on how I feel after I finish editing all this. But what I wanted to go over basically is why there might be a slight delay. It might not even happen. Like, basically the delay would be missing out on an upload for the 21st, because as I was saying, so basically how it's been this end of September to this month, I have a little list going by the days. So just so you guys have a kind of an idea of what I've been going through recently. So 14 days before the 29th, I got a little card slip saying, "Oh, you've been summoned for jury duty." So I did the thing I had to do, get myself signed up for it officially, so I don't have to be like take it into court and like, why didn't you sign up for this? So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it. I didn't try to like get out of it. I'm just like, oh, I accept my fate. I'm just gonna do it. And there was always that chance that I might not even get picked. I got picked. On the 29th, I got a phone call at 9 a.m., which I missed because I'm not awake at 9 that early. I usually wake up around 12, but I woke up at 11:50, well, 11:30 I think, because my cat wanted food. So he'll wake me up whenever he wants it. And so I woke up and noticed that I missed a phone call at 11:50, and I called the back, and I had to go onto my email, respond to it, and apparently they just called to let me know I am a grand juror. So that much I could say. I can't say anything else because, legal reasons. But other than that, I got picked. And I got picked as one of the main people, so I have to be there. every days that are we have to be there. So until the end of this month. So that's been what I've understood. And then to make matters a little bit more spicy, right after that, on the 30th of that same month of September, my filling fell out for my front tooth. So you might hear a little bit more of like a lisp and more emphasis on me saying F words, like more whistles. So that's the reason why. And that's also one of the reasons why I haven't been doing Let's Plays recently, because I was kind of not really feeling comfortable with letting myself do multiple speaking episodes where I have to talk and I sound kind of funny to me. So if you're fine with that, if you guys are comfortable with me talking like this, I might just say, okay, fine, I'll make a couple more episodes, because I still haven't done the Banjo-Kazooie Halloween special, and I really want to. I want to keep playing, I really do, and it sucks that I haven't been able to because of this. The only episode that you'll see of me sounding like this will be the last episode I did of Digimon Survive, that will be posted on the 27th. So just be aware that's the last episode I've done after my tooth, or not my tooth, but my filling in my tooth fell out. So my tooth is still there, it's still in there. It's just there's a gap in between my front teeth, so I kind of look like Double D right now from Ed and Eddie. Just so you're aware, it's a little weird. And I ended up right after that happened, with my aunt's help, because I tried to call them, they didn't answer, and I don't have a voicemail set up on my phone. So I asked my aunt to call them for me to leave a voicemail so that they can call her and leave a message in case anybody misses it. So that's why in one of the episodes I say we called them, because yeah, we did. It wasn't just me. But yeah, so I called them on Friday of that same day. Never got back to me. And they never got back to me even after the weekend was over, because they're closed Saturday and Sunday. So I gave them like this kind of like, period, like, oh well, hopefully they'll call back in between then, like on Monday. Didn't happen. They never did. So on October 3rd, I called the dentist twice, again on my shift at work, because that's the only time I really have to call when they're open, because they close around 5 p.m. So, whatever. And then after that, I found out that my dad wound up in the hospital. But so basically what I understand of that matter, because I don't live with my parents, but he and my mom went to the hospital because he was having issues with breathing. And he wanted to, figure out what's going on. Apparently he had a blood clot in his lungs. So he's been in the hospital since then. Since around the 3rd of October, he's been in the hospital. He still is in the hospital right now. But he's getting better. He went through some emotional blackout spirals where he was being a very unkind patient. But he apparently has had a change of personality today. So he's much more like at peace right now. He's much more friendly. He doesn't remember being a crabby apple the whole time from then. Like this, it's almost exactly 10 days since he was in the hospital, and yeah, that's been rough. I'm not gonna get too into that, but yeah, my mom has been popping up more often because of that, because she doesn't have her partner that usually is in the house with her, so she's been popping over here now and then to talk with grandma or talk with my aunt. Hasn't really been talking to me about anything, so that's cool. So I've kind of been left in the dark unless I go to my aunt or my grandma and ask what's going on, because for some reason she doesn't really want to talk about it with me, and I don't know why. So I don't know, maybe she thinks that she just doesn't want to put more stress on me because I have been going through a lot as well. But regardless, the same day that happened, my mom called me around 11:50 p.m. drunk, demanding to be taken to the hospital, and that kind of gave me flashbacks from back in my days, in like 2013 and 2014, when I had to take my drunk parents around. It's like as much as I want to go and check on him, I did not want to take her, so I got my aunt on the phone. Well, I took my phone to her and hoped that she could talk her down and make her just like go to sleep, because my dad at that point was already on sedative. He was passed out basically, and they would have just seen him sleeping and nothing else. But she was able to talk her way around my aunt, so my aunt's like, okay, fine, I'll take you there, because she didn't want my mom to drive drunk, and neither did I. And she says she was going to take a cab, but we can't really trust her on her word, so that got taken care of. She got taken up to the hospital, got to see my dad, and then was dropped off back at home and went to sleep. After that, we had October 4th, which was the first day I had to go to jury duty, just to get like the, how you say, orientation, and the first day of doing it. But the unfortunate thing is there was a kind of miscommunication, because originally they said to come in at 9 a.m. So my aunt wanted me to go up there as early as possible to take, just get it done with. Unfortunately, when I got the email, it said I needed to be there no later than 1 p.m., which doesn't really say you need to be there at 1 p.m. It just says no later. So what does that mean? So from what I understood, it's like, okay, I have to be there between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so that's what I was like trying to I guess that's what it means. And then my aunt's like, okay, let's go at 9. So it's like, all right. So she took me up there. It's like a 17-20 minute drive to get up there. And apparently I wasn't even supposed to be there until at 1 p.m. It didn't say at 1 p.m. It said no later than 1. So whatever. We went up there for no reason. We went back. I stopped at the dentist physically because they weren't taking my phone calls. They weren't answering my messages. So it's like, okay, let's just go to the dentist in person and try to get a appointment so I can get my filling filled. And so I did. I got a little card to go in there at 8:45 a.m., which, as I said before, you guys, I am not a morning person. But I was like, I knew I had to work that same day of Wednesday. So I was like, okay, if I go in as early as possible, get it taken care of, I can probably get a couple more hours of sleep when I get back home and then go to work. That was my idea. Unfortunately, I was able to get the appointment, but it didn't really play out as I had hoped. So after getting the appointment, I went back to the court at 1 p.m., got that thing taken care of, and then next day, on the 5th, I went to my doctor's appointment for the dentist. Nothing was done. They just let me know, oh yeah, we need to do this, but we need a professional to do it, so let us submit your case to a dentist that's like an hour away from us. So I had to travel further away to get to a specialist, and I was like, okay, whatever, as long as I get this done. I'm juggling with like barely any free time because I have to work every single day, and the days I don't work, I'm doing jury duty. And we're at the time we only had 2 people at front desk, so no one really had any days off until we got a new person. So as far as I could tell, oh shit, how am I supposed to schedule this, because there's no time I can get off to go up there, but I'll figure it out when we go. So that was the stress I was dealing with on the 5th of October. And then on the 6th, I went up to jury duty. On the 9th, I was training with the new girl for the first time, and as well as found out that my uncle is now in the hospital. And apparently the reason why he's in the hospital was because I don't know. Like, the thing with my uncle, this specific uncle, is he's never honest of what goes down. From what I understand, his cat went missing because he thinks that someone took her, and then we heard that he's in the hospital, way, 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 way away from us, basically. And the only reason why he's in the hospital is we didn't know at the time was because he was hanging out with his friends and he supposedly took medication. He took the wrong medication. His heart stopped, and his friends kept him like doing the CPR chest compressions to keep his heart going until the actual ambulance came and got him into the hospital. But yeah, so that happened. He's fine. He's a-okay, but it was like just one of those, what is going on? What is going on with this freaking month that everybody is ending up in the hospital or needing hospital care? So, yeah. Yeah. And then also, the new girl, I don't really like her. She's kind of weird, quirky. She has a smoking addiction, clearly, as she keeps like biting everybody's head off near her when she needs her fix. And she goes on weird tyrant rants for no reason. So it's just like, I'm just silently standing there while she's ranting away. I'm like, okay. This has nothing to do with work. I don't know why you're talking about it. But yeah, and I had to train her for like the 9th and the 10th, while also not knowing what actually happened to my uncle until the 10th. So yeah, I went through a whole day of not knowing what is going on, other than he's in the hospital, but he's okay. So I was like, okay. And then on the 11th, I'm back in jury duty. Still never got like a call back from the dentist about my situation for the specialist to take care of my teeth. And so I went to the dentist again, and they basically what they said is, oh, we submitted it, but for some reason it's saying it's not submitted. So we'll submit it again for you, and we'll call you today. They said, we'll call you tomorrow, which is today, on the 12th. And they never called me, like they said they would. Liars. They keep saying shit like that, and it's kind of starting to piss me off. But, yeah, and, so I called them today, hoping that they would, give me an update, because they said that they would. And luckily, this time, they actually answered the phone for once. And she let me know, oh yeah, it's still being submitted. So at this exact moment, I have no freaking idea when I'm going to be able to fix this tooth. Another thing also is that my manager, who is one of the people who I like at my work, is quitting. she's leaving by the end of this month, which super sucks because we don't know who's gonna replace her, because corporate is not saying anything. So it's been kind of shit. Everything is shit, and I hate it. I hate this so much. But I'm not mad at her leaving, because I understand why she is. This job kind of sucks. I enjoy the place, but at the same time, there are many, many stressful days where just like, why am I here? But on the other hand, whatever. It's the job. I've been working there since like 2016. Don't really want to leave, because I have a good groove there, basically. And unless something drastically happens where like, okay, yeah, I can't work here anymore, which hasn't happened yet, but if it ever does happen, I will put in my own resignation as well. But at the moment, I can still work there. I'm not comfortable with this new girl. Like I said, she's kind of wishy-washy. She gets things and then she forgets things, and like I said, she gets on these weird rants and must have her cigarettes fixed, which is weird. It's like, if you need to smoke, just say you have to and then do it. Don't go on to this rambling spiel of why you need to do it. Just freaking go and do it. I don't want to listen to you complain, but whatever. Whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Not much more to say on the matter, really. Just that shit's been going on. yeah. So if you've been watching through this entire uh, load off, basically, welcome. I'm usually not this complainy, but things have just not been going my way. I'm glad that my family is still okay, despite one of them still being in the hospital. I'm glad that my tooth is not like falling out, but I do hate how there is a gap and how it feels weird not having that filling. And I hate that I have no idea whether or when I will be getting it fixed, or even if my insurance can cover it. So I most likely will just have to pay out of pocket. So it's like, well, okay, whatever. Just let me freaking have this appointment so I can actually do it, please and thank you. That's my biggest thing. Is like I just want to do it, get it over with, because I hate going to hospitals. I hate going to dentists. But if I gotta do it, I gotta do it, you know. And I'm just gonna take a kick. Anyway. Oh my god, everything is just a poop. But yeah, so long story short, everything's shit. And if you are fine with me talking in this kind of whistly, lispy dialect, I guess, would that be the term? Accent? Whatever. It's not an accent. It's I guess dialect. Whatever. The point is, if you're fine with hearing me speak like this, let me know in the comments, and I will continue making more videos until I can get it fixed properly. Because right now I have been, like I said, I've been on fold. I have not played a video game since the last one I've uploaded, which will be on the 27th. But that was actually, I don't have the list, but whatever. Actually, yes I do. Hold on. I can look this up. It was Digimon Survive. The last day apparently was on October 1st. So I haven't made new episodes since then. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh man, this sucks. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. The other thing I want to talk about, which I'll probably do like a little timestamp in between, like skip to this point now, if you want to talk about Pokemon, because regardless whether I have my tooth fixed by this point that, you know, Pokemon comes out, I am still going to be doing Pokemon Violet no matter what. So whether you like this sound of my voice right now or not, I'm going to do it anyway. But what I've decided is I'm going to do a thing where I'm not going to actually look up what the starters turn into. I'm just going to pick the starter that I prefer the most, and we're just going to go with it. So that's going to be a spoiler-free portion for me. I usually prefer looking at the final evolutions before I do it, but you know, this is going to be a special treat for all of you guys. Anyway, the thing though I want to bring up with Pokemon is, which Pokemon am I going to start with? Quaxly. I'm going to go with Quaxly. And I was very close to picking Fuecoco, but yeah, maybe if I play like Scarlet, I'll probably really play with him. But in the meantime, my starter is going to be Quaxly, just because I think he's really cute. And I have two possible names to give him, and you guys can like choose which one you would prefer, but it's going to be between Josuke or Dolan. And the reason why I'm choosing Dolan as the other option is because, as much as I want to call him like Donald Duck, I hate the name Donald, and I really like how Blue Order would call Donald Duck Dolan in his reactions of DuckTales. So basically, that's the reason why. Go check out Blue Order. He has very funny content. But shout out aside, that's basically it. So if you want me to name him Josuke or Dolan, let me know, because it's gonna be one of those two. Regardless, that's my Pokemon update. It's not really much, but yeah. So just be aware, I'm choosing the water type. And if I did do like a JoJo's Bizarre naming scheme for each of the starters of this generation, it would have been, the cat would be Rohan, Fuecoco would have been Okuyasu, and then, you know, Josuke the Quaxley. So yeah, sorry, I'll get used to the names at one point. Or never. I probably never will get used to the names. But yeah, so that's basically it. Not much more to say on the matter, other than, you know, what I've already said. So I guess that's it. I really have nothing else to say. But hopefully, crossing my, you know, fingers on this whole situation that's been going down, I am hoping to get a dentist appointment before the end of this month, because that's when my manager's going to be gone, and then I won't have any real days to schedule around with the next people, because I don't know them yet. And it's just going to be weird going forward without her, so what can you do, you know? So yeah, everything's just been going to shit. That's all. That's it. That's the upload. That's the voice log, a vlog. that's just this. In the meantime, send help. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I could talk about, but this is more of just like shooting the shit. Like I have no plans for this, but I do have a account on Patreon, and I keep getting notified that it's like, oh hey, don't you want to make your own Patreon and like have your own fans and blah blah blah. And it's like, I mean, I don't think I have a big enough fan base to even bother, but I was thinking about, like, if I did start a Patreon officially, properly, I don't know what I would do with it, because the idea, if I did, it would be 3 tiers. Tier 1 would just be like $1 entry, like you have the same access as you do with my YouTube channel. Nothing new, nothing special. And then tier 2 would be the early access, where all the videos that I have, like, locked behind a scheduled release, you would have access to watching it as soon as I post it up. No price tag on that I can think of at the moment. I'm just like, I don't know, like $5 to $15 or something like that. I don't know. And then there would be like the support, like super supporter, where it would be like, I don't know, $25 or something, just to have the same tiers as like the first 2, plus you're just adding a little bit more money to the thing, but whatever. That's just an idea, but whether I actually do it or not, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think I have enough active audiences, people watching my stuff to really feel, you know, like I should make a Patreon. But that's what I would have done if I did have more people like backing me up. But in the meantime, that's all. That's really it. Yeah, just that's just what's going down with me. That's the situation with Pokemon. The starter name choice. Give me a choice. Give me an answer. And if I did make a Patreon, those would be the tiers. But again, probably not gonna do it. Anyway, goodbye, guys.